This is going to be another political thing that I feel compelled to talk about. Um, but yeah, here we go. I was gonna just hold my opinion and not say anything. Anyway, if you are watching this video on YouTube right now, you probably know who I Show Speed is. Probably you're one of his many followers. And you would know that he's currently in Africa doing his I Show Speed stuff that he does. And it seems like there's a bit of disconnect. A lot of people don't know what exactly I Show Speed does, because there seems to be a lot of people saying, is he promoting anything? But anyway, we're not talking about that. I feel like if he needs to address that, he will do it himself. So, I'm just going to talk about what people are talking about, especially on social media. When it comes to Africa and minerals, it's always like a tricky situation because, yes, there's so much exploitation of African minerals that Africa has been exploited for so many years. But then also, there's so much gain that Africa is gaining from its minerals, and it's been gaining for so many years. So, if you know about the continent of Africa, you probably know about the continent of Africa by two things. One, poverty. Two, conflict. And three, I don't know what's the third thing. But I think poverty and wars and conflict is one of the biggest things that people know Africa for. And Africa is a big continent. Hi, hello. No, I'm not in the Netherlands. So, let's talk about African conflict. Most of African conflict comes from tribal stuff. The divide and the tribal thing, hence what happened in Rwanda and other places. And but the biggest thing that creates conflict in Africa is minerals. Minerals in Africa are the biggest thing. Every time there is a mineral discovered, either oil or whatever mineral, best believe there's going to be war. Hence what is going on in Sudan right now. And one of the main problems with conflict, mineral conflict, is that the less regulations. For countries like Ghana right now, they have people that you can just go somewhere and make an informal gold mine digging. Anybody can just do that, I think. And they were pushing to have regulations to, like, you know what, maybe people should register so we know who is digging, who is buying, stuff like that. So let's go back to Botswana, because this African thing is going to be very long. Hey, hello everybody, hello. Fun fact, most of slave auctions in the US were closed on Saturdays because most people involved with acquisition and sale of slave were Jewish. I don't know. That's another topic for another day, I guess. But how are you guys doing? Okay, I am in Philadelphia. Thank you for asking. So, okay, let's go back to diamonds. Since we are talking about speed, unable to buy a Botswana diamond. So, sounds like fun, eh? So, diamonds have global regulations. This is why uh, there are rules of diamond sales in a global scale. This is why many African countries who have diamonds may not be able to sell those diamonds because of the conflict. And the conflict started because there is no regulations. Anybody can just like find a diamond and sell them for themselves. And if you know that that guy has a field that has diamonds, so you want to take over that field, the war breaks out. That is how wars start in Africa. So the global buyers decided, you know what, we cannot afford to have diamonds that are blood stains. That means people fought for those stuff. They fought for those diamonds. And I don't want to be wearing a necklace that I know that somebody died for me to be able to have this necklace. So regulations in the world happened. However, thank you. The Botswana situation is different. When Botswana discovered that they have diamonds, they made an agreement. This is a business agreement. Everybody does make this type of agreement in business. You sign up, okay? In order to protect both of us, we have to come up with rules. This diamond can only be sold to this guy and this guy. And that way, it's traceable. And that way, nobody can just like open up a tech shop that sells diamonds. And no matter what happens, even if somebody can come and say, you know what, I want to buy a diamond, you'll be like, okay, good. Here is where you can get this up. So if Speed really wants to have a diamond from Botswana, he can buy it, but he can't just walk up to the mine and be like, hey, I need 2 of those, please. Obviously, Speed has a lot of money, and diamonds are very expensive to extract, and very expensive to polish and do all the things. And for many people that say, you know what, countries like African countries are not benefiting from this because the Western governments are doing all these things. I'm like, yes, to some extent, it's that's the case. But when you look at Botswana today, every sort of development that you see, tar roads, me being able to speak English to you right now is because of those diamonds. So when people say, you know, this is this and this about Botswana, I'm like, maybe first you need to do your research and realize that those diamonds of Botswana are what Botswana is right now. If you are reading the news, you will know that the Botswana economy is struggling with the economy of Botswana is struggling right now because the diamond sales are down. That is not good for Botswana. That is not good for Africa. Yes, I am from Botswana. So, can Botswana get more out of their diamonds? Yes. That is what Botswana is trying to do right now. They're trying to push it. But all these things have to be done orderly. It has to be done diplomatically. It's a business that people are benefiting from. It's a business that the country cannot afford to not have money from diamonds coming in. So maybe yes, there are so many other African countries that have been exploited and pushed into war, and Botswana is not one of those countries. Like I said, when you go to Botswana or when you see any picture of Botswana infrastructure, just know that that came from diamonds. I don't know what we were talking about, Jesse Jackson. So, it is really sad to see that so many other African countries have been exploited. However, that is not the case of Botswana. when we're talking about business, there there needs to be rules. It's just like when you go to Botswana right now, there is somebody who is holding a license to sell iPhones in Botswana. Not anybody can sell iPhones in Botswana. That's the case. It's just like when you see iPhone being displayed somewhere by iPhone in Botswana and you're like, I want to buy it. They're like, oh, okay. Yes, you can buy it, but we only have 2 people that can buy this thing from us. That's basically, I think, how business works. I don't know. I think on the internet, there's so many emotions. There's so many people that, like to talk about this because it evokes some emotions on a lot of people that every time you talk bad about the West, obviously people are like, you know what? Yeah, the West evil. And that's a different thing about different situations in different countries in Africa. So here we go. I do hope that I have made it clear that diamonds have benefited Botswana so much. It only for diamonds that we know about Botswana today. You know about Botswana today because of those diamonds, and they have managed to work well for the country. They are the only sort of big source of income. So just don't talk about Botswana diamonds. Talk about other African countries. Botswana is fine. Botswana is working on getting more people to buy their diamonds. And yeah, I'm sure in the future it's going to change. Obviously, there might be some kind of other laws that are going to be introduced by the new government of Botswana in order to have Botswana able to sell diamonds like at the mine. No, that's not good. That's not a good idea. But either way, businesses keeps changing their ways and stuff like that. So I'm 100% positive that Botswana still will change the laws and protect itself from conflict. I can't imagine if growing up I was able to sell a diamond. If I have a piece of land in Botswana, I can't imagine if I find a diamond in there. I'm like, okay, good. Then I'm rich and I'm selling those diamonds just for my personal gain. You cannot do that in Botswana. That is against the law. When you find a diamond, you have to call the right people to come and take over your land. Maybe you get compensation. I don't know. Anyway, so that's the reason why Speed couldn't buy a rough diamond in Botswana. There are places where he can buy a polished diamond from Botswana in Botswana, but he cannot buy a rough diamond. I don't think individual people can allowed to buy rough diamonds like that in Botswana. I don't know. Okay, so that's it. Political stuff. Obviously, what I'm talking about right now is very unpopular. I think people would rather have me say all the bad things about, how the Western people have taken advantage of Africa, which is true. But there's also another side that people have to be aware of. Right, this walk is getting heated up. It's been cold here, and now up. Today is a bit warm. That's why I'm able to walk and talk like this. I felt like I always walk in the same place. If you have been watching live videos on this, you realize that By now you should know my ways. Yo, what up? What up, what up, what up? How are you guys doing? Thank you so much for joining in. I don't know. I don't think I have much news to say today. Obviously, there's lots of political things going on in Africa right now, but I think it's good. Isha speed has been a distraction and something new that people can talk about, which is good because you need those sorts of distraction. There's an art studio there called Ubuntu, which I like passing here because like a little bit of African thing going on. Which country am I at? That's the question. I am in the USA. Kempator? What does that mean? I don't know. I don't know what are we talking about here, Mr. Certified Ripper? Certified Ripper? What a name. I don't know what you're talking about. What a beautiful day. Beautiful walk. If you're here for the first time, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell too so you don't miss any of the uploads on this channel. I am currently watching the African Cup of Nations. I don't know if you guys are watching that as well. And it's been really good. It's been a good entertainment so far. But the World Cup is coming. I thought you told us you had an RV Classic C. No, it wasn't me. Maybe I have a twin on the stuff. It was not me. I did not have that. I think you are mistaking me with somebody else. Camper, certified ripper. Right. Historic. 1855. India. Hello, namaste from India. Wait, does that mean you are not Indian? You're just in India? Because you said nigger, nigger from India. That does not even rhyme. Whew, it's cold and I'm feeling hot now. Things are heating up. Don't sleep, buddy. Okay? Are you Jamaican? Wagwan. Do I sound Jamaican? No, I am not Jamaican. Try to guess again. I'm not Jamaican. Where do you think I am from? Ripper is something somebody might be called that can ride a dirt bike or ATV good. So it's saying I am certified Ripper, as in good. Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about a different kind of Ripper, like the Grim Ripper and all those stuff. Okay, now, black guy from Argentina. Do I sound like a hablo español? No, try again. I think you should just focus on where black people come from, maybe. All right. Mr. Ripper ATV, I love that. I don't have, what should I say? I'm not brave enough to ride those things though, but I enjoy watching people who do that. I'm like, how do you even do that as your thing that you love? Irish boy, maybe? What? No. Try again. Irish is way too far. But I do see where you're coming from, you know. I can give you a clue. We've been colonized, so maybe I do have some Irish sounding words. But no, I'm not Irish. Try again. I'm clearly Chinese. Ni hao, everybody. Yes, I am Chinese. Wow, yeah. Like I said, I love watching people who do that because I'm just amazed by the bravery of all you guys who risk your life for, I don't know. I don't know why you even risk your life. But yes, it's entertaining to watch. Identity crisis. Yeah. I gave you a clue. I said maybe because we've been colonized, that's why I sound like this. So you have a clue that should narrow it down. Hello, king. Hello, queen or prince. I don't know. Usually when people call you king, let me see. Anyway, hello. Black guy from Sweden. Black guy from Sweden. That, you guys are so funny. That is funny. But yeah, there are black guys from Sweden, but I think they would have a Swedish accent. I look like Kendrick Lamar. I don't know if I should be offended or be thankful. I do not think I look like Kendrick Lamar. No. Maybe because I'm black, yes. But other than that, I don't know. I don't think so. You sound African to me. Yeah, really? You got it right. I do sound African. Maybe it's because I am African. Wouldn't it be weird if there was somebody who is not African, never been to Africa, and they sound African? That would be like, I don't know, the weirdest thing on the internet. Who do you? I don't think I have any look-alike. I don't think I have anybody I can say, oh, you know what? Look at this guy. I don't think I have that. South African accent, close, but technically I am from South Africa, but because there's a country called South Africa, I think I cannot claim that. So, yeah, if we are technical, then South Africa. Maybe I would say just say Southern Africa. Southern Africa. Try. You are getting hot. You are getting hot. Lesotho. Lesotho. Now you're getting warm. You are hot and now you are warm. I mean, you're still kind of close, but Kenya. You're getting cold. Kenya, you're getting cold. If you go to Kenya, you're getting super cold. Yeah, finally. I am from Botswana. I said that actually in the beginning of the video. Because of the title of the video, I said, you know what? Let's talk about it. I am from Botswana. Ding, 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 ding. We have a winner. Yeah, we do. We have a winner. All right, guys, I gotta go. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys on the other side. Bye, everybody.